Welcome back to YouTube. I am Lord Denim of Bonfire Bards, and I'm going to do an unboxing today. Dungeon Master Screen Dungeon Kit. It just came out at the end of September, and I didn't do any research on it. I want to give you guys an initial impression as I take this apart and look through it. I figure I'll know exactly what each of these things were meant for and explain those to you. And then I'm also going to compare it with previous DM screens of D&D from 5th edition. All right, let's start. This cardboard made by, no, I'm kidding. This is my first unboxing video and I feel very nervous. As silly as that sounds. All right, so this is actually pretty cool. Oh man, this takes me back to school. I feel like this is like one of those Trapper Keeper binders, if anybody's as old as me. But that's pretty cool. I have all my books in a bookshelf, so if I had this in there and this was sticking out, it'd match up all the books, so that's nice. Using this kit. Within this kit, you'll find several tools to make your job as a dungeon master easier. Here are tips on using these tools. Excuse me. So this is a matte finish. These, you can tell, are gloss. I prefer the way a matte finish feels. The art is really cool. Even though it doesn't look like it, it actually all goes together. There is a lot going on right here. Adventurers just walked in here. They're getting greeted by a bunch of hook horrors. There's a blue dragon right outside, either not knowing that the adventurers are in there. Yeah, anyways. Inside looks real nice and clean. Just at a glance, there are some things that you see in all the DM screens, like your conditions, setting DCs, damage by level severity. I'd like to make a high jump. This is actually pretty cool. It makes me want to try and just not have any plan, just a map, and have players go through it. And I just use these kind of tables to see how it comes to be. Maybe I'll do that and have that as a YouTube video in the future. Let me know if that's an interest for anyone out there. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Same dimensions as the previous ones. Ooh. Oh, they want to test my craft skills by putting this box together. All right. Challenge accepted. A card box. A box for all your cards. I don't know why I find that so funny right now. Saying it's a card box is not enough. It's a box for all your cards. Okay. Now, using any kind of instructions. Because I'm a man. What do I need instructions for? Because I do everything wrong 10 times before I do it right. Hey, it's a long ways box. I dig it. The Essentials kit had something very similar for a box of encounter cards, and I think it was the sidekicks too. But all right, that means I'm gonna have to be breaking up some cards here. Yup. Before that, ooh, laminated grid map. Looks like a calendar. 1 through 100. Hey, if you got kids, you can play snakes and ladders on this thing. Just use dry erase marker to make the ladders and snakes. 1d6 and you're good to go. Okay, standard actions in combat. This is cool. It'd be cooler if it wasn't on this. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for, but I'm assuming it's for the DM. This will be good for the players to hand it out, put it on the table, for new players at least. This I like. If you guys saw one of our previous videos, I showed you how I made my own custom DM screen. And conditions is something that I struggle tracking. So I got these rings and I designed something in the screen to hang the rings, so I remember. But I like these cards too because besides just knowing somebody's deafened, knowing the details of it would be helpful for experienced and new players. I was gonna say, I don't know many people that know all the rules because they're more like a guideline, right? But then as I was thinking that, I thought of a few people that I do know that know all the rules. And it's always nice having somebody like that at the table that you can rely on. I've always been a fan of art like this. Like they're just sketches. Alright, so these are popping and breaking really easily. Not sure how long they're going to last over years of use, but in all honesty, the corners get faded and bent, maybe torn. But you know, if you're playing D&D and you're handing stuff out, I honestly do not think it should be pretty. It should be something like that. Worn. But that's just me. I do like some things to stay nice. Holy cow, what is this? Ooh! Ooh! Let me set this to the side. Alright, initiative. Simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I gotta remember to keep my hands on this mat because when I was doing the painting video, we had to edit a lot of it because my hands were not where you could see them. I want to spend some time on that, but oh, what the Dungeon Geomorph. This is giving me flashbacks of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That dungeon is insane, but it's very cool. Something like this would be a lot of fun. I have so many ideas just looking at this, and I'm assuming you could probably break these apart and then just shuffle them and then create a dungeon that is never the same way twice. Like just for giggles, right? Let's just pretend this is the entrance. How do you get from here to here? I guess you could just, these are platforms, I don't know. Let's start with this one. So let's say this is, it's the same thing. All right, you start here, right? So the dungeon always starts right there. As soon as you start going through some doors, first time you come through, it ends up like that. Maybe you go home, rest, sell some stuff, come back through, you go through that pathway again. What? Heck, maybe on the way out, you thought that was your way home, but it's not. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's really cool. I actually wanted to do a show here, and I might still do it, where we have a relatively difficult dungeon to explore, and people will just make characters to try to survive the dungeon. It's not going to be about story. It's not going to be about character development, roleplay. I mean, roleplay might still have a function in a dungeon, because you can still intimidate and persuade your way through things. But for the most part, you're just creating a character to try to make it to the end of this dungeon and get the magical item. And I would record several groups going through this before I upload them on YouTube. And hopefully one of the groups make it through. But maybe I'll, just for an experiment and to challenge myself, I'll use the contents of this kit to create that. That'll be kind of fun. But make it like a game show, you know what I mean? Maybe that'll be entertaining for you guys. I'd have fun making it. And I know so many different groups when I've had them play through my campaign book. Anyway. So I take it, all these cards will fit in here. It looks like it. Ta-ta! Okay, so the kit includes one dry erase sheet featuring the actions you can take in combat on one side and a numbered grid for drawing dungeon maps on the other. So they expect you to draw around that. Interesting. What I do when I draw maps, I buy these at the dollar store. But yeah, I just use these papers to draw a map. But this would be cool. I mean, you paid for the kit, you might as well use it. 36 geomorph cards, perfect for dealing with random dungeon layout with interlocking map sections. I am excited to try those out. 27 reference cards to track conditions, initiative, and more. Help a guy like me out. Thank you. And one box to hold the kit contents. I forgot what I got before that came with something like this. Oh, the map. The dry erase map. I actually tossed this away, but I might keep it for this. And then this will just be on the side, or I'll just put it in the box with the essentials kit. Okay, let's compare these DM screens. And after that, I don't know if there'll be much more to review, but if I do find any other major points, I will bring them to your attention at the end of this video. Okay, so this was the very first screen. My friend was going to toss this. I said, no, I'll take it. You can see my light reflection on the gloss, but not so much on the matte. That's why I like matte. Right. So the original one has, it's for building a character. This one has the actions in combat. I mean, I think we all have our weaknesses and our strengths when we DM. But for me, just on this panel alone, I would find this one more helpful. But that's just at a glance, right? Okay, the conditions, they're all about the same. I like the appearance of this one better. There is a little bit. This one talks about cover, obscured areas, setting a DC, tracking DC. That's good too. Damage level severity, I like that one. This is specific to dungeons. So overall, probably one of these two. Travel and pace. This one has the same things, but they actually put more cover. I really don't like how they show the sizes in 5th edition. I loved the 3rd edition ones. Just the way they visually shown it. Like, I mean, just something that's really long is a little different than, for example, Tarrasque or something like that. Anywho, so those are all 3 of the DM screens. So this is it, folks. I really don't think there's a lot of research to be done to give you more details on what I've already said. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Overall impression, I really like it. I'm going to put a link in the description below on my DM screen and its setup. Maybe we'll do a giveaway on this. Not this one, but a brand new one for you guys. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like the video, let us know in the comments what you thought, what you'd like to see, and yeah.
Except from your wizard.
Okay, alright. Can I jump over the fence? No?
No. He finds that thing swooping the other way.